Hello, I'm here today with the Schenectady Foundation Support Series. This series is designed to help applicants navigate the application process, better understand the questions, and learn how to respond in a way that aligns with what we're looking for. Our goal is to make this process more equitable and transparent. Today's video will focus on our budget form. This is the question that will appear in our application. So there are two components to this submission, an upload section where you'll attach your budget document and a text section where you'll provide additional details as needed. We ask that you list all funding sources for this project, indicating whether each source has been secured or requested. You may use our budget template, which is linked in the question, or your own budget format. If you choose to use a different template, please contact Foundation staff in advance to submitting to ensure that it meets our requirements. Here is what our budget template looks like for 2025, and it's divided into two clear sections, revenue and expenses. And first, we'll start with revenue. The first column of the budget form lists all the line items. The second column is for the Schenectady Foundation grant. This is the amount you're requesting from the foundation, and this should match the total amount stated in your application. You will enter that amount in the second column, the first row, and it will be automatically calculated at the end. In the third column, you'll enter the total revenue from all other sources. So this could be other grants, so enter the amount that you have secured or requested from grants that are not provided by the foundation. There is corporate and individual contributions, so list any donations you anticipate. Fees for services, if your project generates revenue through membership fees, programs, or service charges, include those estimates. Fundraisers, events, or product sales. If your organization hosts fundraising events, sells goods, or generates revenue through similar activities, you provide realistic estimates of expected income. The last column is the total revenue of the entire project. This column has formulas entered, therefore, do not enter any data in this section. This will automatically calculate from the second and third columns to calculate the total revenue of the entire project. Do not enter any amounts in this column. Now moving on to project expenses. The expenses column is calculated automatically, therefore you do not need to total it manually. This section represents the full cost of running the project, ensuring that the revenue aligns with expenses. The first column is all of the list items for this category, and we'll go into the next columns. In the first column, you will specify how the requested grant funds from the Schenectady Foundation will be allocated. In your application, there is a fund allocation section. This should align with your budget and be reflected in the line items. The third column accounts for expenses covered by other funding sources. For each line item, indicate where non-foundation funding will be spent. If it is from other grants, in the text section, please indicate whether the grants have been secured or requested. The last column represents the total amount of all project expenses. This column has formulas entered. Therefore, you do not enter any data. It calculates your total numbers for you. We want to draw attention to the last line item in the expenses category, and that is other. So these are the miscellaneous items that don't fit into other categories, but we ask that if other exceeds 5% of your total project budget, that you reclassify it into different categories or provide a brief description in the space below the upload section to tell us further what that means. This ensures clarity and helps us understand your funding allocations. The last aspect of our budget form is the total revenue less total expenses. So this row adds all revenue and expenses. There is no need to add any data as these formulas are entered and calculated for you. So this will show whether you have a balanced budget or you are lacking in certain areas. And that is our budget template for this year. Key points to take away from this video is that if you choose a different template, please contact Foundation staff to ensure it meets our requirements. If the other line item exceeds 5% of your budget, reclassify it or provide an explanation in the space provided. Ask for what you need. Clearly define your expenses and revenue sources to show how your project will be financially sustainable. This budget section is not just about numbers, it's about demonstrating that your project is well planned, realistic, and is financially viable. We thank you for watching today, and if you have any questions, please reach out to Foundation staff. Thank you.